In the market for gold or silver? Well, it turns out one-stop shopping at Lone Star Pole Vaulting in New Braunfels. 8 of its prize pupils recently competed in the UIL State Track and Field Championships. 2 golds, 2 silvers, and a bronze in the bunch. What's fascinating about this group of North Polers is that this wasn't their first sport. Coach Chris Allison says the sport attracts a lot of retired gymnasts, divers, and cheerleaders, and people who are clearly not afraid of heights. Leo, can you tell us how you came by this sport to begin with?
I had 17 emergency room visits, and the year prior a kid got injured pole vaulting, and so they said, hey, you can get really injured in the sport, and with my lack of a frontal lobe, I was like, I'll tell you if it's actually dangerous, and now we're here somehow.
So have you taken a bad spill doing this?
Couple, broken some teeth. The bar actually
Really?
came down on it and it just popped me in the chin. I was home alone, of course, that week, so I'm calling my parents and I'm like, hey, do you like our dentist's number or something? And she was like, why, what for? I'm like, there's no reason. And she was like, all right, what's going on? But taking some nasty spills, but I mean, it's a great sport, I love it.
You have to, for the time and effort that goes into it. Leo's parents drove him from San Antonio to New Braunfels a few times a week to train until he got his driver's license. Alencia Lenz found Lone Star Pole Vaulting when her military family moved to the area from out of state. Alencia was looking for a sport after quitting gymnastics, found a pole vault place in New Mexico, then won 2 golds in the state of Virginia, before capping off her high school career with another gold in Austin after previously recording the 4th best high school jump in the nation this year.
It's really exciting and encouraging to know that I'm there, but I just want to keep going and keep going higher because I know I can and I know I have more to do.
Vaulters are taught to train vigorously on each segment of the jump. How to start, how to reach peak speed, when to hit the stop board, when to get your feet in the air, and how to clear the bar. The goal is to get as good as possible at each of those sections because there's not much time to think once you're actually executing a jump.
It's one of the most detailed technical events, the most detailed technical event in track and field, but just in sports in general. I like to use the analogy to golf. It's every bit as technical as golf. You're using dynamic equipment that bends, it flexes and unbends, that has different stiffness ratings, has different lengths, heights on the pole and the width between your hands, different approach lengths, different speeds. So it's such a dynamic sport in nature that you're constantly under adjustment.
It's like you can't really think of anything to clear it, so it's like, okay, you know you got this or you know you hit it, because it goes so fast you can't think of like, oh, if I move my hip I'll clear it. Like you try to avoid it, but it's so fast you can't do it.
I black out on my start, my approach, and then I kind of wake up right as I'm upside down. It's just kind of like, all right, I'm conscious again. Let's try to get over this bar with any means necessary.
Alencia is going to continue her career at Baylor, Leo at Texas A&M. Other future college athletes train at Lone Star too. They're all putting a lot into the sport, but they're getting plenty in return as well.
Feels like you're flying. It's really exciting because you know you did it.
It's kind of like euphoric almost. I mean, you're on the way down, you're staring, and the bar is still up on the ground, and you have the noise finally hits you from the crowd. That 0.5 seconds feels like an eternity. You just want to like live in that little 0.5 seconds forever. But you hit the mat and you're just like, nothing kind of feels real until it's like, all right, 3 more attempts at the next bar, and it's a great feeling.